What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here. Still playing a little bit of catch up post national. This CT X-ray box scanning shenanigans, nonsense, whatever you want to call it. The story has evolved from when we initially covered it about 2-3 weeks ago now, when that first Instagram reel was sent over to me, and then things have really spiraled quickly since then. And I'm a little late to this update. Dan, Rattle, and a handful of other people have already discussed this at length, but I had some thoughts on it that I wanted to get off my chest. And it is funny how quickly this has gone from, on that very first video that I did talking about this, when it was just like the overseas guy and it was the flawless box and the logo man, and the comment section was so fired up about how inconceivable this was. People can't get access to this equipment. People don't know how to use this equipment. This is overblown, overhyped. You're out of your mind if you think this is happening. And that was a big sentiment of the comment section from that video, talking about, moving patients out of the way and all the medical stuff. And I'm like, guys, there are machines out there that are beyond this. And very quickly it went from, this is, the narrative went from, this is impossible to do, to here's two other people, one guy that bought a machine off eBay, rebuilt it, and did it on his own, basically. He had experience in CT machines, but essentially was literally doing it out of his garage. And at the same time, another company came out and said, hey, yeah, we've been able to do this for a while too. Or we've had this tech. We decided to see if we could do it on cards as well. And yeah, sure enough, we could. And that was like a week after. And now we progress another week or two, whatever the timeline's been. My brain and days are still all mixed together. From the national, we now have this. We're the one company that came out and said we could do it too, are now literally offering the service. They have it priced out right there. Send your stuff off to them. They'll give it a little zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day, run it through the old machine, and take a little peekity-peek on what's inside the pack. I don't know box pricing yet, but you have to imagine that's coming as well. So it's just funny how quickly this has moved from, this is impossible, to literally 3 weeks later, you could send a pack in and pay $65 and get the contents out. And you could see the technology has even improved as more and more people have begun to look into this. And this, once again, what I said in the original story was, I have a feeling this has been going on for a while, and now all of a sudden the spotlight has been shined upon it. And this, to me, the way that this story has developed over the last couple days really backs up the fact that this has probably been happening for quite a while, kind of in the dark alleys and in the seedy streets of the hobby underbelly, that this nonsense has been going on. And that's exactly what it is. It's nonsense. Now, in the immediate term, am I like freaked out about this? And, I have a pile of wax behind me. I have a decent chunk of money in Pokemon sealed wax, modern Pokemon sealed wax, nothing super expensive or super crazy, but I got a decent chunk stashed away in Pokemon sealed wax, a little bit of Magic the Gathering as well. Am I losing sleep at night over this? No, not quite yet. I still think this is a little prohibitive on the lower to mid end of stuff, given the price points. If I played in the high end, I would be concerned. I would absolutely be concerned. I think this is potentially the tip of the iceberg for this sort of stuff. The iceberg has surfaced. Before it was underneath the waters. People were doing this in the dark. Now it has showed its ugly head, and I have a feeling it's going to continue to get bigger and bigger, and more attention is going to be drawn to it. And if this person starts making money at it, you can guarantee someone else is going to try to do it and make money at it as well. What scares me is more that aspect of it, of what does the future of this look like than the present day. We all know technology gets better. Now that people are have seen the angle on this. Are they going to start figuring out more and better ways to do it? These are people's first couple cracks at this, and they're already doing a hell of a job being able to see what's inside of a box. What happens when they actually really start honing in on it? Now, I think the company doing this seems to have spent some sort of time on it. And then there are a bajillion ethical questions about this. How is there any way to do this and not basically be, fraudulent / scammer / whatever you want to call it? Is there some use case for this that is actually legitimate that doesn't make it feel like you need to take a shower afterwards? I don't know. I could see, BBCE, PSA, someone like that. Let's say PSA wanted to get into grading boxes and they wanted to verify what was in it. We had the Logan Paul situation a few years back with the G.I. Joe cards in it. Could a company take one of these machines and use it to authenticate that it is exactly what is inside a multiple $100,000, $1,000, $1 million, whatever it is, case of something super expensive? Take a little peek inside. Hey, yep, Pokemon cards in there. Yep, we've seen what's supposed to be in there. And then maybe keep that information secret. Or I've seen speculation, and I think this company itself has even potentially insinuated that, is there some sort of tag that they could embed into it, or some sort of marking that they could put into it that would allow you to scan it, or whatever the case might be, and it would take you to something that essentially shows you all the images or the checklist or whatever it is of everything inside that box. To me, that seems pretty damn bad. I don't know. I don't know that we should be peeking inside of boxes. That seems not great to me. Am I crazy here? Or are people like, yep, sign me up. Let's do this thing. For me, part of the fun of this whole thing, opening a box, is not knowing what's in the next pack. Anything could be in there. When you rip that little wax pack off, the little hopes and dreams inside you, and it's long odds, and it's, odds are it's just going to be a bunch of nonsense. But the hopes and dreams of what could be is the fun and excitement of opening a pack of cards. It's been like that since I was like 4 years old. And now all of a sudden I'm just going to get a printout that's like, here's everything inside there. That seems not fantastic. Now, going backwards, I don't know that anything could be done. I don't think anything could be done to stop this. I really don't. As crazy as that sounds, the stuff's out there. I don't see a way to police this. And if someone's going to be shady, they're going to be shady, and it sucks. Now, going forward, now that this is out there, is there something the manufacturers can do? I honestly don't know. I don't know CT scanning tech well enough. Is there an inexpensive, cost-efficient way for them to put something in the pack or the box to potentially block this stuff out? At least, at minimum, on the high-end stuff. In a case of Flawless, National Treasures, Topps Dynasty, Sterling, whatever it is, the ultra-premium products, at minimum, is there a way to block some of this stuff out? And then I think you also have to begin to figure out a way to do it on a pack-by-pack basis or lower-end products. Because I can tell you right now, this is $65 per pack. You know what's going to happen. More people are going to start doing it. People are going to figure out cheaper ways to do it, faster ways to do it, quicker ways to do it, and the cost is probably going to come down. As the cost comes down, it becomes more and more likely that someone tries to take advantage of this and use it. And I don't know how you police this. I am out of my depth on this one in regards to how you figure this out. At least with card cleaning, there is probably at some point in time they could scientifically figure out a way to catch it if they truly want to. There's probably something that they could figure out to really drill down and find out if something was used on a card or not to clean it. In this case, I don't know that they can. Once again, I am out of my depth of field here. If someone in the comment section knows, one, is there an easy way to block this that is not cost prohibitive and doesn't involve my boxes being sent to me in lead. 2, is there a way to detect if a box has been scanned? I have to imagine the answer to that question is a no, which sucks. So we're really in the deep end of the pool here on this one. I don't really see the use case of good for this is like 1%. The use case of abuse and shenanigans and nonsense is like 99%. And that doesn't even get into the point, and I'm not saying that these guys would, but let's say you had someone shady doing this and you sent them your box and they scan it, and let's say there's a really good hit in there. There's a 101 superfractor in that box. And you send a box of Topps Chrome Jumbo to, Under the Bridge CT scanning troll, and you send him your box. He scans it for you, sees there's a 101 superfractor in it, goes to the hobby shop, buys another box of Hobby Jumbo, swaps yours out, and says, "Oh, here you go. Nothing too great in there. A couple $10 cards. Sorry about your luck. Here's the bill." And then they walk off with your good box. That to me seems like it would be pretty easy to do. To the best of my knowledge, there is no distinguishing thing on the outside of a box to know that that specific box is yours. Inside of boxes are sometimes serial numbered. If you ever have like a missing hit, they'll ask you for the stamped serial number inside the box sometimes. I don't know if that's 100% unique or not, but I don't think there's any numbers on the outside that are. I know Panini did those stickers, I guess. Maybe that would be the tell if the number didn't match up, but I thought some of those repeated. So you might know that, you sent in the box with hologram number 1079 on it, but I don't remember if those repeat or not. So if there was something that juicy in there, could someone go find one that had the same hologram sticker on it in or about the same place? I guess that's maybe how you would be able to tell, is that hologram sticker. I don't know. And I don't know that every box has that on it. But I don't know. We're in wild times here. And if you're sending a loose pack, that wouldn't matter anyways. There'd be probably next to no way to tell. Unless you were absolutely, you took a bunch of photos and scans of what your pack looked like before it got sent in. And maybe you could find something that didn't match up correctly. I don't know. But this seems not great. It scares me. And the manufacturers are going to have to figure something out to cover the future. But there's a boatload of wax out there that I don't know what you do to stop this. I truly don't. If someone has a bright idea, please fire it away in the comments down below. Am I going to go sell my whole sealed wax collection? Is the end times here? Is there panic in the streets? No, I don't think so. I am concerned, but I'm not that concerned where I'm immediately dumping all my sealed wax on the market, because I think it's all going the zero Rudy Alpha investment style. But I am definitely worried, and like I said, I am more worried for what might be coming versus what is here today, because I think this is it's already advanced a ton in the last 3 weeks. Imagine where it's going to be in 3 months or 3 years even, or even longer than that, where this goes. So, as always, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. Hoping to talk about downtowns tomorrow. I know everyone's freaking out about downtowns. Once again, I'm still playing catch up from the post-national craziness. Catch you boys and girls on the next one. Peace.